Hola, Teresa.
Hi, Teresa. You're the first one here.
Hello, 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 our sassy soul sisters and friends. Welcome.
Hola. Bienvenidos a las hermanas de la luna. Hola,
I
Lynn.
I am here with my beautiful sister Alisia. And as promised, we are here with this episode as I'm tearing down my house. And we are going to show you all just a couple of easy, um, 2 quick ways on how to see if maybe somebody has hexed you. We're going to show you 2 different ways, and then we're going to just show you one way, a very, very simple, easy way on how to get rid of that hex. I mean, there's so many different ways, but we thought this one would be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Just so you guys know, we are not, so if I do find out that I have been hexed today, I will be doing this again later when I'm in the right state of mind, and I'll obviously add my own flavor to it and everything, as well Alicia. But right now, we're just doing this more as a demonstration. We're not so much doing it to do it, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because we would want to put a lot more energy and protection and all of that if we were really going to do it, get the really good protective energy out there. So we're kind of wanting to do this to show and to share and be with you guys, but then we would do it on our own. And actually, what we're going to do, they do say that you can do this a second time if it feels like it's not working.
Yes, it actually says to do it a few times.
Mm-hmm.
Not a few times, but it says do it,
Yeah.
repeat it until it works. Just so you know, I did get the lemon spell that we'll be doing from this book. It's called The Book of Practical Witchcraft. They did give 2 ways for us to do this, but our friend Isis gave us an even better way to do it. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to do it Isis's way.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I'm going to let my beautiful sister start. So just so you
Yeah.
know, what you need to detect will be your bowl of water, your bowl of water, and then she's going to do one way, and then I'll do mine.
Mm-hmm. So I have my bowl of water, and I also have my little tiger's eye here, which our friend Isis suggested as it's basically like truth seeing. And so I'm going to put that at the bottom of my bowl. And then I'm going to add a little bit of my DNA to make sure that it's in there and it's kind of looking for the right person, I guess, looking for me and not whatever other energies are in there. So that's what I'm doing right now. So I'm going to kind of just wash my hands with the water, drip it over. I see that Silver Soul Fox is here too. Thank you
Hello, Silver
for
Soul
joining
Fox.
us.
Thank you. We appreciate you all for joining us.
Mm-hmm. My little towel on my lap. So I'm going to wash my hands. So for this one, I have my olive oil. And basically, what we're going to see is what happens to my 2 drops of olive oil,
3.
or 3 drops.
Yes, 3.
3, always do 3, right? Okay.
Yes.
So my little jar of olive oil here. And let's see. Okay. Hopefully you guys can see. I like the olive oil because it is like a little, like the yellow. Oh, I have 3 drops in there. Oh, so 2 drops have gone together. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I don't want to move it. But if you can see, there's 1 drop here and then 1 drop there. And those 2 drops already merged together. So
It looks like somebody has
yeah,
tried and failed, but they did
yeah,
try. So that is
mhm,
something.
yeah, and they may be still trying. So
Mhm.
yeah, and it's something I can, the banishing of it or the repelling of it, getting rid of it is something that I can do. I mean, we can do it no matter what, right?
Absolutely.
But
That shows us to keep our protection up, you know.
yeah, yeah, and maybe that's a sign that I need to do some more protection for myself just because if somebody's trying, then I need to be extra protected. So sassy, lovely sassy sister, do you want to do yours now?
Yes, absolutely. So I'm going to do it the way that Isis told me. So I have my tiger's eye right here, and this is for the truth. And then I have a quartz point, and I'm going to put that in there for like clarification, amplify that truth. I have my towel. And then just make sure I am doing this right. So the tiger's eye will reveal the truth, the clear quartz to amplify it. And then I have a little book of matches. I'm going to take 2 out. And what I'm going to do is at the ends of the matches, not where they light, but at the ends, I'm going to put these like and chomp on them with my back teeth to put my DNA on these. So I'm going to do that right now. I kind of even bit down on them a little bit. Put my
Mhm.
DNA in there. And then you're just going to light them and flow them in there. Throw them in there. And if they touch somebody like Alisia, how hers touched, that means somebody has tried but failed, but that means they're
Mhm.
trying. If they float away, I'm good. And if they cross over, someone has actually hexed me. And we'll have to do something about that.
Mhm. I'm excited about this one.
So I'm just gonna let them kind of float and do their thing. Oh, I can see my DNA floating in the water. That's kind of weird.
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna bring you guys, hold on. I'm gonna bring you guys a little bit closer so you can kind of see. Hopefully I don't. So they're kind of just floating next to each other. Bit gross, yeah. You can see my
Oh,
DNA.
that's yeah.
Oh, interesting. I'm gonna kind of let them just sit and do their thing. It did not give us a time frame on how to wait,
Yeah.
but the fact that they're close together, I do feel like that maybe somebody has it. Not quite touching.
Yeah, they're just kind of floating next. It sounds yeah, like Silver said, we're both safe, but we need to do protection because there are people out there trying for sure. And maybe we have a pretty good amount of protection, just not in ourselves, but with our community. So maybe that's helping.
I believe in that
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah. So thank you all for helping us with that.
Teresa says that hers separated far apart till it touched the edges of the bowls.
Oh.
I did put both in at the same time. You're supposed to like light them and just like toss them in there, and that's kind of like
Mhm.
what I did. Um,
But that's good, Teresa. I'm glad because that sounds like
yes, you're safe.
you're very safe.
I want to read you a little something that it said in this book, and
Mhm.
it kind of resonated with me, and I like this a lot. And it says, "Avoid accidentally giving anyone else the evil eye by not envying anyone." And I never envy anyone. Like I'm always happy for my
Mhm.
friends. I'm proud of them. Like I love to celebrate their accomplishments with them, and that's always great, right? But you got to remember when you are complimenting them, you should always say a blessing to him, her, or them whenever
Mhm.
you praise something that they have. This simply lets the universe know that you intend them no harm and you have their best interest. So like if you're like, oh, that's a nice car, and you just leave it like that, the universe doesn't know if you're envying them or if you're like being like, oh, good for you. So you would say like, oh, that's a nice car, you deserve it, bless you, something along those lines,
Mhm.
just to let the universe know that you're happy for them and you're not envying what they have, you're genuinely happy for them. So I thought that was really good because we don't want to accidentally put an evil eye on anybody.
Yeah. Yeah, and that I like that a lot. That kinda gives because we can feel that ourselves too sometimes when somebody says something, you don't know what their intention is. So putting that energy out there is really I love that idea. That's really cool.
Yeah, absolutely. So these are two ways, and mine are starting to
Mhm.
touch. I don't know if you guys can
Are
see.
they?
Um, I'm sorry, my setup today is weird. Um, where are they? There they are. So the tips of mine, can you guys see that?
Mhm. Yeah, at the burnt part too.
Yeah, the burnt part, not where and I feel like my DNA, maybe I put too much. Maybe my DNA was stopping it from doing its like full thing, and now I can't tell if I put you guys back in the same spot. Oh, there you go. But yeah, so I will definitely be doing more protection.
Yeah.
I'll probably even
Hi,
do a
Lisa.
ton.
Sorry.
Hi, Lisa. Thank you for joining us. Hi, Moon
Hi,
Mama.
Moon Mama.
Joining us. Alicia just did her
Mhm.
way, and I just did my way. And then we're gonna show you guys one easy way. I mean, it's only gonna take us a few moments. So if you guys have any
Mhm.
questions, please ask. But
Yeah.
I'm also tonight, I'm gonna do definitely another return to sender because I usually do those monthly, but I just realized I don't think I've done them in the past 2 months.
Mhm. And
So
you have a return to sender on your membership, right?
yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you remember, you can go look at, her video on that too.
Yep, I have one over
Mhm.
there. But I also need to do like a really deep house cleaning, and I know that. So I'm
Mhm.
also gonna work on that today. I know I won't get it finished because when I do something like that, I'm very like meticulous. So it'll take me all day to do like one room. I just felt wicked hot all of a sudden. Let me take this off. So yeah, so these are two ways. So you can do it with the drops of oil, like Alicia
Mhm.
did, or you can do it with the matches. I'm sure there's other ways to do it, but I feel like these are two easy, quick ways just to see if you're like feeling some type of way and you're like, I'm wondering. I feel like this is great. You can just take it out and do it real quick.
Mhm.
Um, I do have a little bit of protection around me right now, so I feel a little bit better. And like Alicia said, the
Mhm.
protection of our sisters, because we're always looking out for one another. So I love this
Yeah.
community that we have.
Mhm.
Um, but I'm gonna put this to the side. And I forgot to tell you guys, you might want to I'm gonna keep this next to me. You might want to have a cutting board or something because we are going to
Mhm.
be hammering. And I
And
forgot
maybe a light towel, a little towel to clean anything up because
oh yeah, it might get juicy.
it might get juicy.
So basically using force. So if you were doing this for real, I mean we are doing it for real, but like
Yeah.
with intention. Like I said, I actually bought 3 lemons because I had a feeling. So I have two more in the fridge waiting for me. This one's for my demonstration. I'll do my other one later tonight. Um, Using force, you're going to drive the nails into the lemon. And as you're doing this, you're going to visualize the evil eye being pierced. So you want to envision the evil eye and you want to envision yourself impaling that evil eye with your nail.
Mhm.
And my nails are a little excessive because I asked my husband for nails. And these are what he gave me. They're huge. But the little house nails are absolutely fine for this, which I would have much preferred. Um, but he gave me these heavy duty ones, which is fine.
Mhm.
And what we do after we pierce this, we leave the nails in here and we just let it sit for 3 days.
Mhm.
Now, in 3 days, this should be rotting. If this is not rotting and it still looks the same as the same as when you did it, that means it did not work and that you have to repeat this process again.
Mhm.
Okay? And that's pretty much basically it. Um I'm sure there's other ways to get rid of it. They have a salt ritual, but that's for like a whole lunar cycle where
Mhm.
you would take your sea salt in a bowl and you would consecrate it and you would pray to your deity every day for a lunar cycle, and it would be in front of the deity's altar that you have. And then it says that you would literally have to take a few grains of the salt at the end and put it in the mouth of whoever needs it, which would be kind of hard. I
Ooh.
mean, if you're coming up on an enemy that you know is an enemy, be like, here, have some salt.
I wonder though if you could do like an effigy of them or something and kind of
Like
do
a
it that way.
poppet, like maybe like a
Yeah,
poppet.
like a puppet or a picture or something
Ooh,
like that. If you guys have any suggestions or know of anything, I bet Silver Soul Fox knows some things about that. Let us know and, where you found that information, all that. That'd be fun. And my nails, I'm using the coffin nails because I want this to be dead and buried basically. So I wanted to use the coffin nails plus I have them from June Mermaid's box that I got and I wanted to use them. So that's what I'm going to use.
trust and believe
And
those are the ones I'm using later on tonight because my things are
mhm,
still touching over there.
yeah.
I'm separated by my DNA. And I wonder if that means like maybe I have an ancestor working for me as well.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Um
I'm
mm,
sure you do.
oh I
Yeah.
now I've been diving deep into it. I know a
Yeah.
little bit more and I'm like, yes.
Hmm. Yeah.
Um and Lisa actually sent something to me today and it helped me a lot to understand even more because I didn't even know anything about Lisa, if you could type it again, it was something about the human. Oh,
Oh,
what
yes. Hmm.
what was that again? What human? No, I don't want to say race. That's not what I'm trying to say. Oh, what's the word? Lisa,
She'll
help.
know. Lisa, let us know what it is.
Yeah,
Also,
the
hi,
human
Tanya, and hi,
design.
Tracy.
Hi, Tracy. Thank you for
Human design. Human
human
design.
design. Thank you.
Yes. Tracy, thanks for sending love and light also. Sending it right
Yes,
back.
thank you.
Hi,
Sending it.
Emily.
Hi, Emily. Yay. So happy to see you, darling.
Yes.
Um, So Lisa sent this thing about the human design, and then when I found out what human design I was, I actually got really excited because it makes sense because I've always felt like I was put here to help people.
Hmm.
Um, and it's exactly like pretty much what it told me. And I had to save it to my phone so I didn't forget, but it was a lot of
Hmm.
good information. So thank you, Lisa, for sending that because that actually even sparked some more things of ideas of me trying to get in touch with my ancestors and my father's side and learning more about that because yeah,
Hmm.
I just want to thank
Yeah.
you.
And I've always told Sassy, I've told you before that you're the gatherer of people, like you bring people together. Um, and you kind of have this way of just getting people together and in a good mood and happy and I don't know. It's just a vibe you
Oh,
have.
thank you.
Mhm.
I love you guys. Um, but yeah, I just love to help people, and
Mhm.
it brought a lot of insight and things that I could change in my life because it even tells you like how you should eat and everything. So I would go
Mhm.
check that out. Lisa just dropped the name of it. So I love that. So yeah, let's get into it. So when you're doing this, you don't want to be all love and light, okay?
Mhm.
As much
Yeah.
as you love being love and light, with this, you're getting rid of somebody who's either trying to hex you, curse you, or is just plain jealous and putting that
Mhm.
energy out into the world. And you're like, you know what? I'm stopping that. No, like, so you want when you're doing this, these nails are like bigger than this lemon. Um, you wanna like really do this
Yeah,
and
and
really be aggressive with it.
yeah, and in my opinion, like the evil eye isn't just like somebody being like, okay, I'm gonna hex this person. It can be energy that somebody's thrown at you, thinking about you and
Mhm.
making you feel a certain way.
Absolutely.
with their negative energy.
I love that. Tracy says she's put pictures of people in a bowl of water in her freezer to stop and freeze their negative energy. That's a great way to
Ooh,
love that, Tracy.
yeah.
And that's another thing I love when you guys share your magic with everyone.
Hmm.
So, like, tonight, I'll probably be really hammering this. I probably will not have anything on this table, or I'll use a different table. I have a little white table over there I could use
Hmm.
because I need to stop whoever's trying to do this. And you're going to picture this as the evil eye, and you're just going to,
Hammer that shit. Excuse
and
my
I,
language.
ooh, it's drippy. I'm going to do it 3 times.
Ooh, this one didn't want to go in. Take that. That's really interesting. It didn't come out the bottom. I mean, I could hammer obviously more, but what I did do, none of them came out the bottom.
I literally nailed mine to my cutting board.
Maybe I need to do it harder.
Oh, this one came right out. And these two are like
No,
poking through. I don't know if you guys can see if I'm even in view because I can't tell. Oh, wait, down here. Down here. Here we go. My thing's on lag, so I can't tell.
let
But
me see
yeah,
if it's, yeah.
you guys see it now.
Yeah.
So
This one came out the bottom.
I'm gonna let that sit for 3 days, and I'll come
Hmm.
back here. And me and Elisa, we can make little shorts and show you
Yeah.
guys how our lemons are doing. Um, and I'm interested to know if any of your lemons go rotting.
Yeah.
Yes, thoughts as well. And I love, yes, Silver. So she's like, get that dark goddess energy flowing. Yeah,
Yes.
she's been trying to come out, I'm telling you, and I feel like people keep testing me at work too. Not any of my coworkers or anything, just
Just
people in
people in
general.
general.
Yeah, they've been extra rude lately, and I don't know if it's because of what's going on in the world, which I keep making excuses for
Hmm.
people, being like, there's a lot of uncertainty, a lot of emotions flying right now because our world is pretty fucked up. Just saying, like, I
Yeah.
mean, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. So I feel like people are just taking their anger out on, you know, anyone, pretty much.
Yeah. It's a, it's interesting though. Like, I mean, that's not an excuse to be a jerk, but I think tensions are really high right now
Hmm.
for everybody. Like people don't really know who their enemy is, who their friend is. I mean, I think we kind of need to go around with the attitude that people aren't against us, but
Never
it's also
know.
hard. Yeah.
People have alternative motives, which I found out the
Hmm.
hard way this year. People can
Yeah.
be very sweet to you and you think they're
Hmm.
very close, and then you find out they have alternative motives, and you're just like, wow, like I loved this person. I
Hmm.
treated them like family. It's just all the things. So you can, and then there could be somebody that walks in your life tomorrow and has more love and care for you than someone you've known for 10 years. Like you just
Hmm.
never know.
Yeah.
Um, I like to be very transparent, like, and I love quickly, meaning like
Hmm.
if I care for somebody, like I'll do whatever for them. You know what I mean? I tend
Yeah.
to fall into that. So I get hurt a lot because I had to learn at an, and it's like I learned a lesson, but I keep on doing it kind of thing. Like I keep giving people chances. And I don't know. And once you turn 40, I guess you give people less chances and you're just like, nope, not anymore. Like I'm not
Yeah.
gonna fall into this trap again, you know? So I
Hmm.
want to say once you see someone's true colors, they ain't faking their true colors. So just, take it. Oh, I
Yeah.
just noticed your thing is a pineapple. I fucking love that.
I think a friend of mine got this for me a while ago, and it's like I've got, my different ones, and this is my little guy that I can like use around in different areas. So I was like, I'll bring this in.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. And
Yes. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
oh, go ahead. Should we read some comments?
That's what I was just gonna say. Yes,
Yeah.
Teresa. So if it rots, that means that it
Yeah.
worked. But if it
Yeah.
stays like this and it looks brand new like this, then that means it did not work and you need to repeat the process, get another lemon, get a little bit more angrier, a little bit more serious about it, and do what you got to do.
Mhm.
Um,
Tracy said jealousy and envy are a major issue for most. Yeah, I think that comes a lot from, well, I think jealousy comes from low self-esteem and
mhm.
feeling like you don't have enough. And envy too. They're about the same thing, but envy is a little more, I feel like, wanting to take from somebody. Jealousy is kind of more like feeling like you want what somebody else's have. Envy is kind of like, I want that person um
Hurt because
to
of what
hurt.
they have.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hurt because of what they have. And I think the only way, I have a tendency, my closer friends know that I have a tendency to react when people are really negative to me or I get duped. It's something I'm working on because we all have things we need to work on. Uh, but that comes from a, a place of trauma, and then I'm trying to protect myself. It doesn't really work though, because when you get that kind of, I mean, you kind of have to do it sometimes. You got to get up and like really be like, dude, get the F off my jock thing, right? But going back in and doing stuff like this, I think is more helpful because it settles me. It doesn't rile me up, that kind of a thing. Like yeah.
Bye, Silver Soul Fox. Thank you for joining. I agree
Yeah.
with what you're saying. But sometimes I feel like, so like you're a reactor, right? Someone does you
Hmm.
wrong, you stand up for yourself. But see me, when someone does
Hmm.
me wrong, I never stand up for myself. If someone did you wrong, I would stand up
Hmm.
for you, and I've always been
Yeah.
like that. Like I stand up for my family, my friends.
Hmm.
But when it comes to myself, I'm just like, like I just kind of like let it slide under the rug, and I
Hmm.
usually just make the situation disappear, whether it be a
Yeah.
person or whatever. I usually just like, okay, like I'm not dealing with you no more. Like
Hmm.
the end of that. Um, but I feel like sometimes you need to react because you need to put people in their place. Because if you don't react, how do they know that they just think they're right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. It's true. Yeah.
so it's like a balance, that we
Hmm.
have to kind of figure out in life, I
Yeah.
mean, you got to
Yeah.
kind of figure out when is a good time to react and when is a good time to just like let it go, just let
Hmm.
it do its course. So
Yeah.
these are all things that we're working on even at our age now, and I'm going to
Hmm.
still work on myself throughout
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
the ages. And
Yeah.
that's what I love about this because I learned from my sisters. I learned
Hmm.
different things, different ways to cope with things. I mean, we all have our different traumas.
Yeah.
It's funny. I feel like this should be like a little bit more juicier, and it only was.
I
Sorry,
know. Oh, mine's
ADHD brain
dripping.
squirrel. I'm like squirrel brain over here. But yeah, just we gotta learn.
Yeah, learning from each other and being able to talk to each other and be like be transparent and tell somebody, hey, that hurt my feelings, or without that person getting defensive about it, and being able to talk to each other and say, hey, that didn't feel right to me. And then being able to like say, hey, I'm sorry, and have a conversation about it, talk about it, is something that I think I'm trying to learn to do. So yeah, it's a learning process. I had
Absolutely.
a conversation with somebody who's in a bad marriage the other day, and it was all about like, you got to stand up for yourself and value yourself more than you value that person, the other person, because you deserve as much or more than the other person does, right? Like you deserve to be in peace and to be happy, and putting yourself first all the time is not good, especially if you have friends and family that need your love and protection and all of that you need to be able to give that to them, and to have that you have to give it to yourself too.
Absolutely. I
Mhm.
love that. That was a
Yeah.
beautiful message. Absolutely. Did you guys like this little demonstration? Is this
Mhm.
something that would be helpful to you? Let us know in the
Yeah.
comments. Um,
What other kind of, it's not necessarily, it is baneful magic, but we're kind of slowly getting into it. So we're not just doing, crazy stuff right away. Not
Yeah,
crazy,
we
but
didn't want to come in here and do some like crazy stuff and you guys think that we like lost our mind and we just
yeah,
turned into something we're not, because we're learning too.
yeah,
And we both agree that hexing and cursing someone is not the way to go. But sometimes
yeah.
people need to be put in a box or a
Hmm.
coffin, or, and I'm not saying literally,
No.
this is figuratively speaking, but sometimes, people take advantage of people who don't react, and
Hmm.
they're just like, yo, I can keep getting away with this
Yeah.
because they're not going to do nothing about it. Well, guess what? We're done not doing
Hmm.
anything about it. And we are going to
Yeah.
react, but as
Hmm.
Tracy put it, in a classy manner.
Yeah.
And always make sure if you're doing any type of baneful magic, I feel like it goes without saying, just know that what you're putting out there, it may come back to you. So make sure you're doing it for the greater good. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
If somebody is hurting you and you're trying to get away from them and banish them out of your life, absolutely. Um, but if you just didn't like, I don't know, you just don't like somebody just because of who they are, whatever. Don't do something to them. You know what I mean? Like we're not
No.
trying
Yeah.
to, we don't want to spread hate. We don't want to spread anything like that. But we do want
Hmm.
to come on here and we are going to show you like different types of baneful magic, whether they relate to anything we're going through or not. We are going to kind of show you that's not the only magic we're going to show you, but we do want to delve into it because we're both feeling our dark
Hmm.
goddess energy.
Yeah.
And we do want to share some of that with you, but obviously there's going to be love and light in there too. And
Hmm.
we also talked about doing some crafts together,
Yeah.
just like little things.
Yeah, and Sassy's doing a lot of in like research on when are good times. Like we're both getting in, obviously into the moon phases, but then also days of the week and when are good times to do all of this. So she's doing a lot of research into that, which I appreciate. And it's really interesting to see when things are going to be more powerful or more useful. Um, so that's a fun part too.
Oh, I love that, Lisa. So Lisa likes to write
Yeah.
the name on floats she wants to rid herself of on toilet paper, say I'm sick of your bullshit, and then flush them. And I absolutely love
I
that,
love
Lisa.
that too.
That is such an easy thing you could do. You don't have to go out
Yeah.
and buy any materials. You get that right at
Yeah.
home. Just be like,
Hmm.
you know what? I'm done with your shit. Literally.
Yeah.
Bye. I love that. See all the great ideas you ladies are sharing. We're
Yeah.
fixing people. We're flushing them. Like,
Yeah.
yes.
One of the things that I want to do is a gossip spell, a stop gossiping, stop talking about me kind of spell.
Yes, absolutely. I think that
Hmm.
should be our next one, honestly.
Hmm. Yeah.
Because, things have happened and
Hmm.
a lot of us are aware of that.
Yeah.
But we're not slandering anyone, we're not doing anything, but
Mm-mm.
because we know a lot of people, it
Hmm.
has been coming back to us and to our attention that people are trying to slander us, and not just
Hmm.
us too. There's a few others in our group that they're slandering,
Yeah.
and like that's not right. But we
No.
get it. Like,
Hmm.
you do you. That's shows more of your personality and your characteristic traits than it does us, because we're not
Hmm.
sitting here talking about you, we're not wishing you any harm or anything. We're trying to move on from the situations at hand,
Hmm.
but if you want to keep talking about it, I mean,
Yeah.
we're going to do something about it, and that's that.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, and one of the things too is that, if you're listening to you have to look at somebody's character, right? And if you're listening to gossip and people talking about you or other people in, say, a group of people, gossipers gossip, they don't just gossip about one person, they gossip about everybody. So it's going to come back around to you too. Like
Absolutely.
check the person's reputation, their what they've done in the past. Are they gossiping to you? That's where you need to check yourself too, and make sure that you're not falling into their trap. And
Absolutely.
yeah, because it does come around
So I'll be
eventually.
honest and I'll share this real
Mhm.
quickly with you guys.
Yeah.
school, like, I, all throughout school, I probably had like one friend, like one girlfriend, and it was always because the girls love to gossip. And when they try to gossip to me, I'd be like, I don't want to hear that. Go say it to their face. Because I was very blunt, but also very quiet. Like I was the quiet one. But if I had
Mhm.
something to say, I would say it to their face. And girls did not like that. They're like, oh, she don't gossip. She don't, you know what I mean? So they would
Mhm.
gossip about me, whatever. So I never really had girlfriends growing up because I never fell into that. Like I didn't like that. Like if you felt some type of way, I always felt like you should say it. And or if it wasn't nice and there was no reason to say it, keep it to yourself. Like there's no reason to spread rumors. There's no reason for any of that.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of girls didn't like me because, they love to
Mhm.
gossip. And I was just like, you know what? Say that shit to their face. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
so I always
yeah.
make sure if I am saying anything, whatever it is, I know that whatever I'm saying, I will like if I was ever confronted or whatever, I'd be like, yes, I absolutely did say that, and this is why, and blah 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 blah. Like I have
Mhm.
no problem in owning up to my own shit.
Yeah, yeah. And then, I mean, throughout that, you also have to understand that people don't know you well enough necessarily to understand what's going on with you. So you kind of have to like do a little bit of like, okay, so I see where that person might have taken me wrong, or and then, sometimes you can go to them and say, "Hey, what's going on?" blah blah blah. But then if they're not willing to kind of, talk it out or listen to your side either, then, that's all you can do. And then it comes to where you need to do, you know, some kind of banishing or something, the gossiping kind of spell or something to get it out of your energy
Right.
in your
Yeah.
space in your realm.
Cutting cord
Mhm.
spells. That's
Yeah.
all
Mhm.
banishing spells. People say, "Oh, I don't do banishment." Yes, yes, you
Mhm.
do. I'm like, I'm
Mhm.
sure you
Yeah.
have in the past.
Yeah,
If
if
you
you
burn
stop talking
something,
to somebody, then you've banished them.
yes, absolutely. I mean,
Yeah,
I
and
feel
yeah.
like people think of baneful magic as like us doing sacrifices and
No,
like
yeah.
I feel like when people hear that though, like it has a very bad reputation, but it's not a bad thing. Like I don't know. I feel like we want to teach you more about how it could be a good thing in your life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you, Lisa, for hanging out with
Yeah.
us. We appreciate it if you girls gave us a quick thumbs up. We would
Mhm.
appreciate that much.
Yes.
No, we appreciate you guys. We're going to be doing these at different times and trying to
Mhm.
accommodate different people's schedules. Hi,
Mhm.
Gypsy. Thank you for stopping
Nice
in.
to see, yeah.
This was a quick one, but yeah, we appreciate you
Mhm.
guys coming in, hanging out with us, and we will be back with
Yeah.
some more stuff.
We're gonna try to at least do one in December. We know everybody's got family stuff going on. So do we. So we will be back. So check out Sassy's and my community pages for updates for when our next one is.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and thanks
And if
so
you
much for
haven't
joining us.
already, please go subscribe to my sister Alicia. I
Thank
will leave her
you.
YouTube handle in the
Mhm.
description once this goes through on my end. Yeah, we appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
I've had
And
people be mad at me being, yes, they get mad at you for being,
yeah.
and
Hmm.
that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to bring some love and light to the baneful side.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah. And
trying to, we're trying
looking
to,
at like back into the if you look at goddesses and stuff, they've really
they're
dark and light
revengeful.
magic has been around forever, and it's not a bad thing. It's something that is useful, especially for women. We need some of this energy.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Absolutely. I agree with that 1,000%. But we want to thank you all for hanging out
Yeah.
with us. We appreciate you guys. And we would love updates. So in three
Mhm.
days, today, Saturday, so Sunday, Monday, on Tuesday night, when I get home, I will either take a picture or I will do a quick little short. And if you guys have done this, we would love to know how your lemons are doing. And hopefully they're
Yeah.
rotting.
Yes.
Yes,
And
that's
then
a good point.
if they
Death.
aren't rotten, do it again.
Yes, absolutely. Teresa says they think it's death to you, pain,
Mhm.
destruction, etc. Yeah, and that's the thing is people are misinformed, just like people are
Mhm.
misinformed with witchcraft. If
Yeah.
you read the Bible has witchcraft in it, and people are not
Mhm.
seeing it as that. They talk about divination, they talk
Yeah.
about using tools, like, but people are either they don't want to see it or they're just not comprehending it, because that's why I indulged myself with reading all about all different religions. And
Mhm.
I love it because I'm just like, they all pretty much come down to one thing. We just need to be fucking kind to each other and learn to
Yeah.
respect each other, honestly.
Mhm.
But they all have some type of, maybe they don't call it witchcraft, but it is. But it
Yeah.
is, you know.
Yes.
So, people just don't do research, and people are
Mhm.
afraid of the things they do not understand or do
Mhm.
not know. And I feel like if people were to have an open mind and understand and learn and do their own research, they would begin to understand like it's not a bad thing. So I just
Yeah.
wanna, it makes me mad because people are just
Yeah.
so ignorant that it's just like, open your mind. Just read a
Yeah.
book, read a few books. I mean, just
Yeah,
expand your
and
horizons a little bit, you
look
know?
at look at history and what's been going on, with all the different religions and how they're, the stories intertwine too. Moon Mama says, I watch Oleander Sky. She specializes in baneful magic, and somebody that I thought was a very close friend of mine. I don't know if you guys seen it, but she got very upset with me about it. Oh no, I hadn't seen that, but I'm sorry. That
Either.
really that's terrible. Nobody should get mad at you for doing
What's good for
what
you?
what's good for you. It doesn't have anything to do with them. And they can not do their baneful magic. If that's something that they don't want to delve into, that's fine. I'll have to check out Oleander Sky too. But Moon
Yeah,
Mama, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that happened to you. But um, sometimes we find out who our real friends are when we do things, right?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So
Because they
mhm.
should, a real friend is going to, maybe she should have like warned you, like, oh, maybe I don't think that's a
Mhm.
good idea, and give her thoughts about it. But to like just be that way to you is not a real
Mhm.
friend, if you ask me. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So maybe the universe did you a favor.
Yeah.
But thank you for dropping that name, because I would love to go check her out. Yeah, of course. But everyone's like
Yes.
love and light, yes, but you need
Yes.
dark, yin and
Mhm.
yang, light,
Yeah.
dark.
Mhm.
If you,
Balance.
yes, you need balance, and that's what it is. There's
Mhm.
night, there's day, there's love, there's
Yeah.
hate. Like, you
Yeah.
need a balance, and I don't even want to
Mhm.
say hate, but there's love and there's dislike. Let's just
Yeah.
put that there, because hate's a strong word.
Mhm. Or
But
negativity, but yeah.
yeah,
Mhm.
so there's positive, there's negative. Like, everything has a balance. Everything in this world has a
Mhm.
counterpart, and you
Yeah.
have to accept both to be full, if that makes any
Yes.
sense. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, and it's the whole toxic positivity thing. Like, yes, it's like we want to go out into the world with good intentions, but we have to also protect ourselves. And baneful magic is really protecting yourself and those that you love, right? Because we know that this world is not all love and light. It isn't. As much as we would love that, although it might be a little boring, but it's not. So we have to be able to protect ourselves as well. Go with good intentions, but be ready to protect yourself.
absolutely.
Mhm.
And, oh, I'm sorry, Tracy. See, in
Yeah.
my opinion, those just weren't your real friends, because real friends will
Yeah.
stick by you no matter what, and they'll be there
Mhm.
for you when you fall, and they'll be there for you when you need advice. And
Mhm.
that right there shows me that they fear the unknown. They don't know about it, so they fear it, and they just
Mhm.
have their opinion about it because of what they heard, but they don't actually know enough
Yeah.
about it.
Mhm.
But that sucks that you guys lost one. I lost two friends this year, two people that I was really close to, that I really
Mhm.
loved. And, it happens. And sometimes you just got to let it go and
Mhm.
let them figure things out on their own. And maybe one day
Yeah.
they'll realize, hey, I got to do some baneful magic. Why did I judge this person
Mhm.
for what they were doing? So I'm sorry, guys, and
Yeah.
hopefully they
And
learn.
right. And it's sometimes it's a transition when you have a friend that you think is a good friend and then they do something. I mean, it can be doing stuff to other people and you're seeing that. Of course, if somebody's doing something to other people, it's always going to end up on you also. But
Right.
so yeah, it can be a really hard transition, but like I'm finding that I had the same issues. I had some people doing things to me and to other people, and I couldn't just sit by and let it happen. So I had to say things, and it was really tough for a little while. I felt, I questioned a lot of stuff, but it brought me into a better space, and it brought me closer to other people that I now 100% know are positive people and that I can communicate. We're all going to make mistakes, but as long as we can communicate with each other and ask each other questions, be mindful about how we're speaking to each other. It's that's what a friendship is. It's being open to each other and asking each other and talking about things that we could disagree on something, but that doesn't mean if they're not hurting somebody or hurting themselves, then why can't we be friends, right? Isn't that kind of what we're all going through right now? As long as you're not hurting somebody else,
Absolutely.
then we should all be able to talk about it and get past little opinions, right?
Or something else, because I don't think
Mhm.
I'm hurting animals. I don't think I love my animals. But no, exactly what she said.
Yeah.
I agree with that 1,000 freaking percent.
Yeah.
Sorry, Lynn. I mean, it's hard, but sometimes you gotta let people go because, some people are
Yeah.
put in this life for a lesson, others for a blessing. And, it only takes
Mhm.
time to find out who is who.
Yeah. Yep.
But we hope you guys enjoyed this demonstration. It looks
Mhm.
like I have to put
Yeah.
my guard back up
Mhm. Yeah.
as I chuckle. I actually I've been wanting to go to this shop in the next city over to get myself some obsidian that I know he has some big chunks of it because
Mhm.
so I think
Yeah.
I'll be heading over there this week.
Yeah.
And I'll be doing my return to sender spell in duplicate form today. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Thank you guys so much, and we will see you soon.
yes,
Love
thank
and light with a little dark.
yes, love and light and just a sprinkle of some dark, just
Sprinkle.
a little bit. Thank you, Elisa. I
All
love you,
right.
my
Bye.
sister. Bye, guys. Thank you.